We'll have to work on not looking at that for us anyway. Dave's got to, obviously.
And we're live. Hey guys, Dave from Nerdarchy, for nerds by nerds, and I'm hanging out with these nerds, and we're going to do this live giveaway.
Do you want to introduce yourself, Ted?
Hey, I'm Nerdarchy Ted.
I'm Nathan Nerdarch.
Nerdarchy Ryan. I mean, maybe you guys don't know who we are by now after all these many trying hours and days and weeks and years.
So for those of you who standardly watch our weekly wrap and this and that, we're doing it 24 hours early because we got something special to do today.
Yeah, it's worth doing it live, so that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, as we've mentioned several places now throughout social media, we're going to be giving away the Fan2Sea cruise, the cabin, and then whoever wins that, they're going to have to get back to us ASAP because we need to get the information over to the Fan2Sea people so that they can get you all set up. We're going to give you the specific information they need, but there's a small laundry list of things that they need from you guys in order to make it happen for you and up to 3 guests that are going to be sharing the cabin together.
Yeah, I think we've given them 72 hours, I think is what we've given them.
All right, so we have had over the last essentially 3-4 months, we have been collecting all the information, our list of patrons, the people who have entered the contest via the mail-in, and the people who have done the blog or video entries. I've personally gone and compiled all of that stuff into a spreadsheet. Originally, we were talking about wanting to do a screen share, but unfortunately, there was a little bit of miscommunication. And the way I did it had phone numbers and email addresses that would have been blatantly obvious to all of our viewers. So
yeah, we don't want to expose people's information.
I don't think anybody out there wanted that. So off camera, I looked at the spreadsheet. I did a random number draw from the thing that I do for all the Patreon stuff, and it popped out a number for the person. Do you guys want to do a drum roll or
not yet? No. First, before I get there, I want to say, hey, what's up to Keith Smith, who just said hello to everybody in the chat.
Yeah. Ryan ninja'd me. Every once in a while, you're going to see me lean in because my eyes aren't so good, and I'm the one that's sitting closest to the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to announce later who
yes. So we got a couple things coming up that you guys may be interested in. We've done a lot of stuff where it's like at first it was just for our patrons, and then we're like, oh no, we're going to go to jail if we don't change this.
Yeah.
And then we're like, for our patrons, and then for you guys that mail something to us.
Yeah, mail-in entry form.
Right, and then the patrons are automatically entered. But for our milestone giveaways, that is for you guys. That is for YouTube. So whether you're a patron, not a patron, doesn't matter. Whether you hang out anywhere else on the internet, as long as you're hanging out with us on YouTube, we're gonna do this for you guys specifically, so everybody can partake. And it's real simple. We have a milestone giveaway. This is what you got to do. You have to like. You have to be a subscriber. You have to comment, and you have to share. That's it. Yeah. We're gonna randomly select one of those people that have done all those things, and we're gonna give them cool stuff.
Yeah, so we're going to have our milestone, like we're going to do our first one at 25K, and then it's going to be at every 10K marker. So 30K, 40K, 50K, and we'll probably proceed like that up until 100K subscribers. Hopefully we get there soon. Count on you guys. But like sharing videos is the easiest and best way for that to happen quicker too. So
that is true. I don't know what just happened, but the chat just exploded. There was like just Keith in there hanging out by himself, and then there's like 100 people.
Yeah, Kyle S., what's up, dude? Not that far away in Jersey. So
yeah, he could actually been here live.
Yeah. And there's Fahimi. I can't read that from here. Cambiz Fahimi.
Yeah, I actually have to lean in to read them. But originally we had set up the laptop right in the center of the table. The problem with that was
it blocked the camera.
Yeah, it kind of blocked the camera and clips
it was like this big.
And you wouldn't be able to see like all this. I mean, basking all this nerd glory.
Of the wonderful Christmas shirt and the 80s style Ninja Turtles
in my quilted armor looking.
Yeah, we're ready.
And whatever that thing is,
I'm ready to put on plate mail, baby.
We're ready to throw battle.
So we have that with the milestone giveaways. We're going to be doing that. Do we? Well, I was going to say, do we want to say what the 25 is? But no, you have to watch the video.
Yeah, the 25K one, you'll find out what it is. We'll reveal that at the end.
It will be a thing. Yeah. It's cool.
The value is approximately what, like $100, pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close to that. I would say 60 to 100 ish, something. Maybe 80 to 100. Yeah, about that.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the things you guys have seen featured on Nerdarchy, and a lot of you have commented on it. You really enjoy it, and you're going to get a couple choices to make when you win this thing, so you're really going to like it. You're going to want to.
And some of it's
tune in for that.
bigger than a bread box.
Yeah, and some of it's much smaller.
Yeah.
So we got that going on. We're going to be updating our weekly wrap video a little bit. It's getting another facelift. This is this is like 2.0.
We're working on the concept of Nerdarchy 2.0. This is like
Yeah.
2017, baby. But yeah, so came up with the idea. We see a bunch of questions. Sometimes they're rules questions in the thing that in the comment section or various places. And it's like, all right, it doesn't make a lot of sense for us to do a whole video devoted to it. But if we added that into our weekly wrap video, we can have a as Nerdarchy would do. We wouldn't just do a regular Q&A.
Yeah.
We would do a quest and adventures section. So we're gonna try to answer, maybe 3 to 5 of them a week. We're going to give priority that if you're a Patreon supporter and you ask your questions either through Patreon or if you emails to nerdarchy@gmail.com and just put Patreon supporter question in the subject or something like that, you can ask a question there, or we'll just grab rules questions from the comments as well. But we do want to give priorities to our Patreon supporters.
The sweater's getting a lot of love, Ryan.
Oh yeah.
So I just want to say hi. We got Kamabiz Famiri. I'm butchering the hell out of that. Kyle S. Michael Muddy. CN Renaissance.
I'll do the
weird.
Queen's Wave.
Yeah. Debilla, Kevin McGuire, Dan Estep. He was one of our winners.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Dan. Howdy.
I think that's most of them. There's some other people in there. There's a bunch, lots of comments on the sweater.
There you go.
They wanted to know if I colored my beard, my hair. No, it's naturally this way.
Yeah, right.
It's naturally this way after we color it out of the box.
He doesn't have ranks in bluff or deception in this edition.
I'm actually a beardomancer. That's the preferred term, and it will change often. So okay, you guys went over the Q&A. We went over the milestones. Did we tell them about all the links that are always in the description?
We have not. All the links are always there, whether it be the website, whether it be our videos on YouTube, or whether it be RPG related Kickstarters that are out there. Our good friends over at Arknight have started their flat plastic miniatures #2, and they have a special thing this time around that if they break what they did last time, they're going to add in an extra pack for everybody.
I thought he was going to say something about it, the flat pack miniatures break or something.
Yeah.
You get new ones or something.
No.
You know what?
If they break what they did in the first Kickstarter, as opposed to getting 3 packs for that standard price, you're going to get 4.
You know what? I should also mention too that Easy Roller Dice is doing a holiday giveaway. So they're giving away 4 sets of their metal dice if you basically just go and give your email address and
You have to share like that particular thing.
Well, yeah, like it's 4 sets of their metal dice, but if you go to their Facebook page, Easy Roller Dice on Facebook, and there's going to be a post there that you can go enter for that, or them on Instagram. There's a link to get to it as well, but you give your email, and then if you share in some social things, you get more entries. They're going to give 1 grand prize away, and it's like approximately $180 value because each set of dice it's like $45. So yeah,
The metal dice are quite fine.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
So there is something on the website I want to mention, but I haven't talked to the guys off air, specifically Ted.
So he's going to ambush us about this.
So I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about it or not. There's a big change coming up on the website.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
All right. First of all, I want to thank Ted for all his hard work with the content management over on the website.
Yep, thank you, Ted, and everybody that writes for us as well.
But Ted, you suck. Get out of the chair.
But we're moving Ted's duties to something else within Nerdarchy that are closer to his skill set and that he's going to be even better at. And not only were we able to do that, but replacing Ted will be Ty Johnson, one of our writers.
Yes.
Thank you, Ty.
Thank you.
He's an awesome guy, runs a bunch of games over on his own YouTube channel all the time for you guys to check out if you want to. I forget the name of his he's got a name for the games that he plays all the time. And I forget the name of it. Damn it.
I watched it.
Yeah.
We'll have to grab the link and put it.
We'll put that back in the description. Yeah.
But the thing is as good a job as Ted has been doing. Ty Johnson was actually a professional newspaper editor.
Yeah.
So this is actually closer.
He's bigly at it.
Yeah. So this is closer to what he actually did for a living before he became a famous novelist and stuff.
When Ty found us, however long ago, he said to us at least 1.5 years, 2 years ago, like, hey, if there's anything that I can do to help out Nerdarchy, let me know. And Dave is like, all right, Ted, there's these things that need to happen behind the scenes. Can we can we get someone else to run the website? And a couple names went back and forth, and I'm like, well, Ty said this, so let me reach out to him. And we had a phone call earlier in the week. This next week coming up, we're going to transition into.
Hold on. Either someone wants to have sex with you, or they think you do a really good job.
Oh.
Maybe a little bit. I'm not sure.
I think it's time for reading glasses.
Yeah.
Well, however,
if you want to have sex with Nerdarchy Ted, you can send your entries to
Thank you for the nice comments. I do my best. I think Ty will do a phenomenal job. But I reached out to him. We had a phone conversation. We're going to transition into next week. And as long as Ty's able to manage the schedule with everything else that he does in his life and doesn't mind doing it, he's gonna take the mantle.
Oversee it. Yeah.
Yeah. Further speaking to that, like the other stuff that Ted's going to be doing, I know, guys, we kind of make this look easy, right? But there's usually a ton of stuff that's going on. We are always scrambling to get things done, to produce the best content we can for you guys, to get more content out there, and just deliver to the community. And a lot of times, from the outside looking in, it probably doesn't look, they throw up a bunch of videos and write some articles, but there's a bunch of other stuff, administrative type stuff that has to get done, that it's always like, it's like us juggling chainsaws
sometimes. Yeah. And then sometimes one of the chainsaws falls and slashes off you from ship to stern.
Yes. So whenever anybody
yeah.
from the Nerdarchy community steps up and helps us out, we do greatly appreciate it. It is so helpful. We got a ton of, like, we actually used to do all the writing in-house. And one, the writing has gotten much better since you guys have stepped in to help us with it. And two, it frees up a little bit of time so we can actually focus on other things with Nerdarchy as well. And the more we can get, the more help we get, the better we can make Nerdarchy. And ultimately, everything that people donate to us in their time is things that we want to make paid positions at one time or another. But we're not there yet. But every time you guys help us, we get a little bit closer.
Yeah, like there's some goals with Patreon as far as that goes, where we can start to pay like contributing writers and things like that. That's on the horizon.
Like for instance, the web, Ted was while Ted was managing the website content, I'm the webmaster. Now, any of you guys that actually understand what that means, understand this. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I figure it out as I go. I'm like a chimpanzee hitting buttons.
Monkeys with 1,000 monkeys with typewriters.
I've spent hours upon hours on the phone with GoDaddy, fixing things after they break. Right now, one of our sidebar has disappeared from most of the site. It's only on the homepage, which happened once before, and I've managed to get it back, and now I have to figure out how to get it back again.
But it's fun to do that, right?
Oh yeah, it's a blast. So what I'm really saying, if anyone happens to be a WordPress expert out there and you ever feel, kind of froggy and you have nothing better to do to help out a couple of nerds, we would greatly appreciate any advice, tips, tricks, whatever you can give us. We've had people offer up stuff before, like, hey, Dreamweaver. I'm like, no.
Yeah. Because we would be stuck not knowing anything. I mean, like, I've used Dreamweaver before, and every time I used it was an awful experience. Like, I was like, I don't want to do that again. And then I would have to do it again. I was like, this is what it must be like to be like a prisoner of war. You're looking
at your computer. You're literally looking at your computer and then looking at a seppuku kit, and you're like,
which one? Which one? Did you ever have to make up your mind?
But there's also something that I think some programmers don't understand either, is that WordPress is actually very search engine and internet friendly. Mm-hmm. So it plays well with the rest of the internet. So that's why we actually like to use WordPress in addition to ease of use. But the ease of use would be even better if we had experts to help us out. So if anyone feels froggy, like I said, hit me up on Facebook or email us. Any help we can get is appreciated. And it gets us that much closer to the point where we can make Nerdarchy that much bigger, that much better.
Yeah, like basically we're looking to do a fighting retreat from our day jobs, like liberate one of us so then we can grow it bigger, and then another one of us so it can get even bigger. And that's kind of the goal eventually. Then all four of us will be
full-time fixated upon
making things and doing things for Nerdarchy.
Yeah.
Grow the brand.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We want to be as big as Geek and Sundry. Like that. We look at Geek and Sundry and we're like, that's the pinnacle, and that's the ladder we want to climb because they're freaking awesome. Who wouldn't want to be Geek and Sundry
Or Nerdist or any of the other.
No, like Geek and Sundry.
You know what? So Nerdist is like half the size or whatever. But an interesting thing, like I saw a post from I think it was the Dungeons and Dragons YouTube channel, right? The official one. So they had like a lost episode of Force Grey, the Matt Mercer game, Giant Hunters game. So they had a post on. I was like, oh, I'd love to see some more stuff about that. So I click it, and then it's like it said, this content is under dispute from Nerdist. So apparently there was an internal fight between Nerdist and Dungeons and Dragons or something like that, because the original Force Grey content was published on the Nerdist's YouTube channel. So I wonder what's exactly going on there. But it's funny to see
the power struggle.
The power struggle. That
Release the Kraken, and the other side is like, release the Tarrasque.
Tarrasque versus Kraken.
Clash of Titans.
Although that would be a badass encounter if we ran that with like some terrain and like had a Kraken and a Tarrasque.
I don't think so. I think that the Tarrasque will totally get mopped up in this edition compared to the Kraken.
You think the Kraken would win?
Oh yeah, but here's smarter spells.
But here's the thing too. We would do a thing where like we would roll dice for it, so the randomness of like, what if the Kraken's dice rolls just suck?
What do you guys think? Put in the comments below. Do you want us to see a Kraken versus Tarrasque encounter?
And should we put an Unfortunate City in between the two of them?
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing: the Kraken's not the Kraken's not coming to land. Like it's smart. It's gonna lure the Tarrasque out to it. Yeah. So here's the story aspect of it. The Kraken like rules this city with an iron tentacle, and the Tarrasque is being an asshole and smashing up his shit. So like he's like, no, this is my city and populist abuse, and like the Kraken's like flinging people. He's like shaking a person at the Tarrasque.
Those were mine.
Yeah. See, these are my lives at disregard. All right, buddy.
I'm almost like picturing like some of the old like monster movies with Godzilla
as the hero of it all.
Yeah, but this time Godzilla is like the Tarrasque.
Yeah. Well, and for lack of, do you have a Tarrasque mini? You probably don't, right?
I don't yet. As soon as the behemoth Kickstarter that I backed, hopefully it's supposed to be coming sometime.
It's not as big as it was either, right?
It's going to be regular. I just had to pay more to get it
regular. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I remember.
So maybe once that Kickstarter is fulfilled, we use that, or we can just find like a Godzilla toy and like, this is the Tarrasque.
I mean, I could always use Big Red. I mean, that's Tarrasque-esque sized.
No, Godzilla or bust. Godzilla or actual or GTFO.
Yeah, I have to agree. It'd be much cooler to use the actual representation minis.
Yeah, either real Tarrasque or Godzilla.
Yeah. So Dan says he's ready for the giveaway. He's ready to win another giveaway from Nerdarchy.
Yeah, he's just queued up and ready.
I don't know if he's saying he needs to win a second one or he has already won two already. I have no idea. So
I think he's winning the second one. He was our winner.
He was like our first winner, right? Did we give him the Storm King's Thunder?
I don't.
Or was it Sky King's Thunder that he got?
I think he got the Boba Brand knockoff, the GoBot version of Storm King's Thunder, Sky King's Thunder.
Yeah. I think
I'm never gonna live that one down.
Never ever, Sir Galek. So yeah, I think he actually won our very first giveaway, which is kind of cool. So with that, do we want to yammer on some more? Do we want to give something away?
Yeah, he did win too. Holy hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Random is random, and there you go. Well, so out of the name for the Fan2Sea giveaway, right? So how many entries were there? Some people had multiple entries because of certain things.
A total line count on my Excel spreadsheet was 499 entries.
So we have 499 problems, and winning a Fan2Sea cruise with Nerdarchy being stuck with Nerdarchy is one.
So let's break this down. Let's break down what they're actually getting, right? So it's 4 nights on a cruise ship. Every night the cruise is done up under a different theme that's nerdy, geeky, however you want to put it. You're gonna have people from Marvel there, people from DC, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, The Walking Dead,
Stranger Things.
Alan Moore's gonna be there, so Alan Moore could be salty at you. Yeah. Heard he's kind of a difficult person.
Frank Miller's they're gonna be there. They have the actual Frank Miller experience. I've tasked my 16-year-old son with tracking down Bobby Millie.
Millie Bobby Brown.
That's it. And engaging her and getting her hand in marriage. We'll see if he
Don't
gets to
think that's
stay in the
gonna-
family or not.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. But yeah.
We'll see if he fails his
He's
persuasion check.
16, she's 12.
Yeah, the actors are a little young.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's weird because most times, like, the actors are like 4 or 5 years older than
Yeah,
the role that they're playing. Like, it's weird to have actors that are legitimately the ages of
Wow,
the
really?
characters.
And they
Yeah.
did such a fantastic job. It was
They were
amazing.
awesome. Yeah.
So I'm still debating whether I should try and like shotgun like what is it 6 or 7 seasons of Walking Dead or not before we go on a cruise. Stranger Things. Everyone in my family's now watched it. Except for my daughter's only watched like most of it, but
It
everyone else
didn't
has
grab
watched
her
it.
attention.
Yeah, well, she's a 12-year-old girl and she's very girly and not into nerdy things that much. I think
Like Monster High. Yeah.
yeah, that's about as nerdy as she would have gotten as Monster High. And she's kind of growing out of that now. It's like makeup and shoes and clothes, and I guess
Nail polish.
you guys probably don't care about that though.
Yeah. Yeah.
My headaches as a parent.
She's not geeky enough. Damn it, you failed me, child.
Yeah.
Why don't you sit inside and
Like
read
it
some
was
books
brought-
on a sunny day? Come on.
Yeah, it was brought up at dinner that there's this boy that she hugged, and I'm like, that boy's life is literally in danger. Maybe I shouldn't say that on the internet.
Yeah.
The perils of parenting.
Yeah.
PNP.
Yeah, you got a few years, yeah. And and also last night my son had his had his second semi as well.
So we're going to Key West as well as one of the stops, right?
It's coming out of Tampa, Key West, and
then that place in Mexico I can't pronounce.
yeah.
It's got ruins.
Cozumel.
Cozumel, there's
yeah.
Cozumel and there's
It's
the
got
one with the T,
underwater
I
cave
think.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool stuff like
I'm
that.
looking forward to going into the caves and checking that out. See if we do some kind of
Excursion, some nerdy excursions. Yeah, so the underwater caves, or cenotes as the locals call them, because I've done that once before. The only thing that sucks is it's generally kind of like a snorkeling thing, because you can sometimes go underwater if you so choose, and there's certain points where you do have to kind of do that. So you're wearing like goggles and you have to snorkel. Well, the 4 of us here, what do you notice a common beside the beard? Glasses. You know what generally does not have a medical prescription is goggles. They had 1 pair when I went, and like I got to use the 1 pair, but there's 4 of us, and possibly if you're going too, you probably have poor vision as well. So because that's one of the common traits of gamers. So yeah, but I know the one place I went to, they basically a optometrist who was vision impaired sent down a set of goggles that also had a corrective prescription in them.
So now I'm reading the comments and the chat, and I'm like, oh my god, we just lost our sound. But they're actually speaking to the quote unquote maybe veiled threat that I maybe made on the internet. They're like, Dave, we didn't hear anything. Dave, we didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, the sound is going. Oh no, they're talking about the thing. We definitely need a better way for us to engage with the chat and for us all to be on here at the same time.
We need tablets.
Yeah,
And
Links
eventually.
tablets.
Yeah,
We need an assistant off to the side reading stuff to us.
Yeah. Hey, Brock. Good luck with catching up on Walking Dead. I saw that comment.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan, your eyes are better than mine.
I leaned in.
I can't.
Yeah, I'm like,
You were kind of on an angle.
I'm a little closer. It's
Yeah, I need to binge watch a whole bunch of Stranger Things because.
You haven't watched it yet?
No, I haven't.
There's
There's
only
only,
12
like, 13
episodes.
episodes.
Something like that,
Oh,
yeah.
great! I can do that.
Yeah. And like my girlfriend, who's not really too much into the genre stuff, like she was into it. She really dug it. Like she was pleasantly surprised with how good it was.
Like other than a few references to D&D, it's more like a light horror than anything else.
Well,
Yeah.
more than anything, I feel like it was an homage to the 80s.
Yeah, all the
With that other stuff in there. So,
Right.
like, I think if you're a kid from the 80s, like, you're going to go back and look at that and be like, well, your girlfriend is probably younger. So she's like, what's that?
Yeah, she's only 3 years younger, but no,
There's-
it's like 80s kids movies meets John Carpenter 80s movies.
There's so many things in it that, like, I mean, that wouldn't fly in today's society.
Yeah.
Like that isn't like the opening shot with the cop and he's drinking a beer, like at work.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I don't think he's at work drinking the beer. He's at home drinking. But, yeah, there's definitely things that happened in that time period that just is not acceptable on any level now. Like, people were still drinking and driving in the 80s. When I say drinking and driving, not they went drinking, got in a car and drove. No, they had beer. They had beer in their car. Like, the profession that I do now. Back then, you know, it would do nothing for there to be a cooler of beers on the job. Yeah, you know, so things have definitely changed in the past 20 years or so, quite a bit. So we do need a drum roll now. Anybody?
All right, so as I said, we had this long list. Anytime I do my giveaway, I go to a site, get a random number, apply that to my list. So if you're watching out there, Matthew Mann, you have won the cabin.
Matthew the Man, you get a cabin, and you get a cabin. Well, just you, Matthew Mann, get a cabin.
So right now, you can, and guys, I believe there's still cabins available. So if you did not win, if you're not Matthew Mann, and you're not Matthew Mann, one of Matthew Mann's friends, one, you have a little bit of time to quick become his friend.
His best friend. Yeah.
His best friend.
Yeah.
But two, the cabins are still available. You can get them as low as $3.99. So literally, you know, basically $400 per person, 4 people. What is that? $1,600. That is the base value of the prize that Matthew just won. So not bad, not too shabby.
Yeah. So
and
Matthew
there's a
Mann,
Nerdarchy discount, right? We use a promo code. Is that with the promo code?
No, that's without the promo code.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So if you guys still want to get on board the ship, if you still want to go on the cruise, there's still cabins left, I believe. And if you use the Nerdarchy promo code, like Nate said, you can get a 10% discount.
yeah. So promo code just Nerdarchy. That's Nerdarchy, not even just Nerdarchy. Nerdarchy.
Yeah. They also have like this dorm style way you can sign up for rooms. So like if you don't have 3 friends to go on a cruise with you, basically they just put you with people of the same sex, and you know, so you're able to access that $3.99 per person,
right?
And you would still get your discount on top of that. So there is still time for you to get trapped on a boat with Nerdarchy. And the question is Matthew Mann, is he here? Do we have Matthew Mann in the house?
Do we have a Matthew Mann? All right, maybe we don't.
Let's all stare at the screen.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. But so again, just email us with your contact information. You know, your address, your phone number.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to him today and say, look, you've got 72 hours.
Otherwise, we'll have to do another one of these and pick another person. Yeah. And you'll be responsible for getting yourself to Key West, Florida, right?
No, Tampa,
Florida.
They're gonna be sitting at Key West going, "Where are these guys?"
Tampa, Florida.
Yes,
Tampa,
Florida. You got to get to Tampa Bay. You got to have all your travel expenses. But
once you're on the boat, you're there.
Yeah, once you're on the boat, nothing will cost. And I mean, there's extras, of course, as with everything that you can partake in or not partake in. A passport, not necessary, but useful if you're
strongly encouraged to leave the boat.
It's recommended that you have it just in case something happens. But I actually talked to the Fan2Sea people on the phone. They said it's not required to do this thing.
Yeah.
And it's not even required for the excursions, but God forbid something happens.
You get lost in the excursion and you end up in some town in Mexico and you're like, hey, I don't live here. I really don't live here. Can I go home?
And you're not perfectly fluent in Spanish.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, that's
but going to Mexico, you only need a passport card. You don't need the book as well, I believe.
Correct.
So that's also an option. So if you have it, it's going to help you. If you don't, you can still go, and that's fine. Again, I don't know where Matthew Mann's from. You're going to have to figure out your arrangements to getting to Tampa. And like I said, get back to us as soon as possible so we can get all the information to the Fan2Sea people. We actually have to get our own information over them as well. So I want to get it collected all at once and send it to them so we can get that out.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, Orcus forbid you can't make it, then we have to do a new drawing to find someone else. But yeah, we hope to see you there, Matthew Mann.
Yeah, and play some D&D. Sounds like a thing to do. So again, all the links are down below. Congratulations, Matthew Mann. Tune in for our 25K milestone giveaway. We got something else
should be
really
coming
cool
in a couple of days.
Yeah, before too long.
Yeah, any day now. So with that, until next time,
stay nerdy.
I'm trapped. I'm trapped. I can't get out of this video, guys. Until next time.